The inconsistency in Nigeria's power supply and frequent collapse of the national grid has continued to be a source of concern for Nigerians nationwide. Despite huge investments in the sector, there seems to be no clear path to constant or near constant power supply in the country, with many arguing that the situation is even becoming worse today.
The state of Nigeria power sector today has always been a frail one. It has always been in crisis since the year 2000 when the reform started. But it's now worse. The level of decay is worse. We've had in the last since January, we have about, some have said about up to 12 system collapse. Some of them total system collapse. That's far more than we've ever had, and we've not even ended half of the year.
President Muhammadu Buhari last week announced plans by the federal government to decentralize the power sector, giving states control over their power generation. The former NERC chairman speaks on whether or not this move portends well for the country and likely challenges such a policy may encounter.
It's enough to announce a decentralization policy, but to get the policy framework out is a different thing. So, for example, people say, why should we have a national grid, one national grid? Can't we have multiple regional grids, which probably is reasonable? So you have the western grid, you have the northern grid, and the eastern grid. And because the idea then is that if you have that, then you can see two things. One, efficiency competition between the grids. So you have to manage your grid well, because if you don't manage it well, then you could cause problems for those in that grid zone. But
the lapses in the power sector have had a severe negative impact on the lives of Nigerians and the growth of the economy, as it continues to affect industries and forcing Nigerians and businesses to depend on alternative means like generators. Chamun Dabeng, Trust TV News, Abuja.